with your fucking name drops than I am with stupid terminology I picked up from doing hood rat shit.
I don't know if it's that bad.
Oh, buddy.
Because how often does Dr. Evil come on as a topic?
You literally said it a minute
I know.
45 in.
I know.
You can't argue this.
We're naming guys. Anyway, some tunes. Or code for 10 hours straight.
Yeah, code for 10 hours straight. More like it.
Yeah.
So what do you think of fucking Russell Westbrook?
Fucking
Trash or what?
Dude,
Trash or
the
what?
whole
Trash.
NBA deadline
That was
bullshit is
fucking
like,
hilarious.
the Lakers not getting out of their fucking shitty situation is just, makes you feel bad.
Do you
for
think
Lakers
they've just
fans out
given
there.
up on LeBron being able to win? 'Cause I think that's what that move was. It's like, who cares?
If that was the case, I think, how long does LeBron have on his contract? A year? 2?
2 years.
I think if that was the case, they'd probably look at offloading LeBron, to be honest. Because otherwise, like, he's just...
A losing LeBron. This is what a losing LeBron team still generates.
Although
more than a lot, like 80% of the teams.
True. Money wise, yeah. Davis is back, so maybe they're banking on that being bigger, having a bigger effect than it will be.
They just don't have enough time together.
I mean, they won a championship together, so
Sure, but what I'm saying is like they're so broken up. They are not the same players.
Oh, it's
LeBron, that championship LeBron didn't have an injury.
Yep.
Now he's had how many? He's had
more than he's had. And we talked about this. We expected it, right? He is getting to that age where we didn't know what number it was going to be. We didn't know if it was going to be 35, 36, 37. Like the number itself is kind of besides the point. It's more of at some point, time catches up to everyone.
Yeah.
For some people, it's much earlier. Some people retire in their late 20s. For some people, it's much later. But at some point, you're going to get hit with injuries where you weren't getting injured before, and you're going to start slowing down because you don't want to keep injuring those same injuries. And that's LeBron's situation the last
3 years.
3 years.
Yeah, bet. Again, going back to what we were talking about before, if these guys could have got Jokic somehow.
Well, actually, we were talking about that offline, so we
Yeah.
didn't. Yeah. Go ahead and reintroduce to the people
Well, I was saying like
what you were saying. How do we even get
straight
that topic?
diarrhea on a Tuesday night? Luck of the draw, right?
What the
Somehow you persuade the Nuggets to get you Jokic.
Yeah, okay.
Right? Some Coke night fantasy on a Wednesday in Alabama where the state capital is the best thing they're known for is killing each other with
I
guns.
was just going to say the gun violence capital of the world.
Fucking hell.
Not the world, but of the States.
Of the States.
Of the States.
Let's relax.
Per capita.
Let's fucking relax.
Yeah, not bad.
I'm like, dude, fucking Brazil. Like,
Fucking
get the
like
fuck out.
Middle East.
Eh,
Bro.
where I come from.
Yeah, I was going to say, man.
Yeah. Just trace my fucking fart streak
it's so
back
bad.
to Iran.
It's so bad they just don't even document it.
Dude,
They just know it's bad.
99% of the people that die in Iran right now, nobody knows who they are.
Jesus.
It never exists.
Fucking hell.
No elementary school, no SIN number. Fuck you.
What's a SIN number?
Dude, I have a pager from the 80s. That's how I'm rolling
Shut the
around.
hell
I'm rolling around in a Peugeot and a pager from the 80s.
That's fucking hilarious.
Oh, man. Dude, you know, there's jobs in Iran that no longer exist, like, in the world. Like, okay, like optometrists.
Give me an example.
In the smaller cities, like, you won't find optometrists anymore.
Okay.
It's just, it's a dying business.
Why?
People don't have the money to get fucking glasses, bro. You don't understand.
Isn't it cheaper there than would be here? Significantly?
No,
Really?
not at all. The ratio of money earned
Yeah.
to living cost is significantly higher than here. They're underpaid, dude. A doctor's salary, I'll give you another example. Korea. Doctor's salary, like, we're talking not specialty,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
GP, 120. Apartment, 1.2 million. Average
Mm-hmm.
in Seoul. Now, I'm not talking about some fucking random city, but I'm talking about that. Iran, you go to Tehran, okay? Doctor makes like 300 million
I love
Real.
your point to me. You should know this.
So when you make that much, now when I was in Iran, a million rial was $1,000.
Yes. Now it's like
100
yeah.
million rial is like $1,000.
Yeah.
So it's like way worse. So everything costs way more, but your salary's still the fucking same. That's the difference. It's scary over there, bro. People are doing dude, look at Dr. Evil. Let's not drop too much, but I guess somebody that was interested was Iranian. And I actually talked to this guy.
Yeah.
He was selling everything and just bouncing.
Yeah.
With no plans here.
Yeah.
Just a fucking Hail Mary.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it was. There's a lot of that going on. Just the Hail Marys. I mean, the way I came here was a Hail Mary too. It just wasn't this many people trying to do it at once.
Right.
Right now, bro, it's like nobody's trying to come over from there. Well, fuck that. What were we talking about originally?
Westbrook. Don't worry, I remembered. So then the next thing that you brought, just to bring it, just to reel it back in, was if somehow the Lakers were to bring on a dominant center,
right,
in a Jokic kind of player,
it's over.
They'd be.
It's over. It's over because nobody has an answer. Everybody's lacking in some way. Okay, you look at Giannis. What's Giannis lacking? You tell me.
What is Giannis lacking in his team?
Yeah, in his team.
Maybe more defense, I'd say.
Just depth.
Yeah, depth and but that's
depth.
Like these are minor problems. These are not like real problems.
No, he doesn't have it. Who's the second star?
Middleton. Come on,
dog. For real?
Middleton.
For real?
Yeah.
Get the
boy Chris.
Is he an all-star?
I don't know.
No, he's not. So then no, right?
I don't know.
You know who's an all-star?
Oh.
LeBron.
Okay, I get it.
LaMelo.
True. Kid's doing real well this year.
Right? LaMelo.
Did he get nominated actually this year?
No, he actually
so he's not an all-star.
He actually sat in for who is it? Fucking Gerald Green, whatever the fuck his name is.
Okay.
Green from fucking
Draymond? Gerald. Fucking Gerald Ford.
Yeah. So that's who he's stepping in for, and the guy from the Hornets.
Well, this actually kind of reminds me of the tragedy that is the Nets.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The biggest news of last week was that fucking trade actually went through. Harden for Simmons.
Yep.
And a bunch of other things.
That's right.
Curry, Drummond, couple first round picks. But swapping Harden for Simmons is like best of both worlds for both of these teams. Because Simmons was not going to play another minute for the fucking 76ers. He was done.
I agree, but I don't think it's best for both. I think
well, Harden was also done with the Nets. Did you not know this?
No, I knew that he was getting tired of it, but again, Harden at that is still better than Simmons at his best.
Yeah, but you're not just getting Simmons. You're getting 2 first-round picks and 2 other solid role players in Curry and Drummond. Because the Nets are not getting Harden out of Harden right now.
No, they're not.
So what you just said technically doesn't count because you're like at his best.
I said
at his best. Yeah, but like now,
I said Harden
is not good doing anything for them right now. And he's already said multiple times, I don't really want to play in this team because fuck Kyrie and fuck this whole situation. So I'm kind of done with
Why do you think he says fuck Kyrie?
Oh, because of the whole the vax thing. Basically, Kyrie not being able to play games. It's not even a vax thing because whether Harden's vaxxed or no vax, he doesn't give a fuck. He's like, bro, straight up, you're not playing with us, and that's causing problems because we can't fucking develop chemistry. We can't win. Yeah. Like, you're now affecting our fucking record day in and day out.
For your political views.
And that's the funny part. He's like, I don't even care. It's like, I'll support you. Great. It's like, I don't even care about that. But I need you to play. Like, that's all it comes down to with Harden. It's like, I need you to play because when we all play together, me, you, and Durant, we go 85% win rate. It's crazy. You know, in the 16 games, they've only played 16 games together, the 3 of them.
Wow.
You know what the record was in 16 games?
85% win streak.
13-3.
Fuck you.
I'm not even making that up.
But you know what? You know what's hilarious? That's still worse than the Chicago Bulls.
No, it's not.
They went 72-9.
Was it a 9?
Bro, 9.
Jesus.
Do the math.
I will do the math. Or I guess the other crazy one of the Warriors when they broke that record.
Yeah, but dude, they had like way more all-stars than the Bulls did.
No, that's not true, man.
Come, dude. Just you have LeBron and Pippen, What happened when LeBron left those
LeBron?
couple years? I'm
What?
sorry, not LeBron. Fucking Jordan and Pippen.
You're done. You're done. You're done. You're done. Walk out of here. What the fuck?
Jordan and Pippen.
Hand in your room privileges.
Okay, Dennis Rodman was not.
Yeah, he was. He was 100%
He was not an
all-star.
all-star?
Because he was already a fucking all-star when he was with the Pistons. So when he came to the Bulls, he already had that pedigree. Don't forget that.
Okay, sure, but he wasn't. I would say, offensively, he was.
Okay, you're not
useless.
gonna. Okay, first of all, don't make these.
Draymond Green is way more. Draymond Green is way more valuable.
Don't change the facts just to suit your argument. It's not a good look.
In this era. It's better to have guys like
72 and 10, by the way.
Sev-
72 and 10 is what the record was. The Bulls.
72 and 10.
Yeah.
And what's the?
I think they won 72
Warriors?
in like 6 or something. Hold on.
Was Warriors?
It was crazy. Or like an 8, I think.
Yeah, but 72 and 10 is still better than 13 and 3.
Oh yeah, no, it is.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying was that was only over the course of 16 games of ever playing together. The Bulls getting to that point
Was
took
like
years to
yeah,
construct.
sure. I give you that.
Between the chemistry and the players you had to bring in and out, like
give
that
you
took,
that.
and the coach, everything.
Relax.
In their first
Yeah.
year, they went 13 and 3. Like,
Dude,
fucking
that
hell.
nose is like about to get shinier and shinier. When
70
you make a point, bro, your nose just
Okay, okay.
It doesn't get bigger.
Relax with
You
the
know what
relax
happens?
jokes.
You know what happens with
All
your
right,
nose?
all right.
It becomes shiny, like it's glowing.
Shout
Like,
out to
I
the-
gave this guy the idea.
Shout out to the
It
ordinary.
came from here.
I'll give you my regimen.
Yeah.
73 and 9. So they beat it by one, I guess 2 games. The Warriors.
Some girl left the ordinary at my house one time, and it was the dropper serum shit.
Which serum?
I don't know. It was like a clear bottle, and it was like a dropper serum. I didn't really look at what it was.
Niacinamide?
I don't
Retinol?
I don't fucking know, bro.
All right.
Anyway, it was supposed to be like a kind of very thin paste that was supposed to go on your face, and it was like a serum. It was supposed to be absorbed right away.
Hyaluronic acid?
Something like this. I don't know.
Hmm.
Anyway, I put it on, and it really, the only description I
Did
have.
it burn?
No.
Oh.
The only description I have of it was like, it felt like, you know when you were a kid, you put glue on your hand and you peeled it off? That's what it felt like. I felt like I had jizz on my face.
I knew you were going to say it. And I was like, how do you know what that feels like, buddy boy?
I knew this was going to come in. This is the jokes, right?
Yeah, sure.
And then I contacted the
That was
girl.
a layup right there. That's what that was. You're like, that was off the backboard.
That's Dwayne Wade and fucking LeBron during those 2 Heat years.
Yeah, yeah.
And I contacted the girl and I was like, dude, why
What
does it
did you-
feel?
yeah.
Why does it feel? She's like, that's not supposed to feel like that. I'm like, dude, what did you put in here? Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck, man?
I think that's probably one of the serums, but that's you probably put on too much. You shouldn't be putting on that much when it comes to the serums.
I don't know, man. It was like a 1/9 of a bottle left, and I just put it on. Fuck it.
But anyways, Nets.
Nets.
So I think the tragedy is that they never actually played a full season together for real, because we talked about this shit last year, man. Everyone was saying if these guys actually manage to get a full season together and get some chemistry, they're unstoppable. And they almost proved that in Durant, almost with his supporting players taking out the Bucks, because it was Durant and an injured Kyrie.
Yeah.
Not even Harden.
Yeah, they
So-
never had. I don't think Harden has a spot to be this upset about it. I just don't. I think he hasn't put in enough work anywhere, and he never plays defense. So suck my dick.
Well, the other thing that I heard, and that does make sense, is that Harden was definitely whining about play not flowing through him, because that's what he's been like. He said, or like paraphrased, the way that the Rockets were accommodating me when it comes to like the offensive plays and like how I'm always first option and everything goes through me. That's not happening here. And obviously, that's
No shit though.
no shit. You got fucking Durant. He's gonna be first option.
No, but like if you go to any team with 3 superstars,
No, but it's 2, right? Because Kyrie's not playing. So,
sure. But
right.
I'm saying like even let's say it's 3, right? That's never gonna happen. And you never.
It did in the Rockets when he was playing with Buddy Boy though. So, although he did have a bit of friction with Paul. So
Him and Paul would never work. Because Paul needs the ball to make other people better. He needs the ball to make himself better.
weren't they playing together?
Yeah, but
Didn't they make the fucking finals?
no,
The West Coast finals?
no.
Pretty
they
sure.
made the West Coast finals.
Yeah, which is a big.
But that's
and
not.
then Paul
a
went
lot
injured.
of people make West
no,
Coast
no,
finals.
no. Not first of all, not a lot of people make it. And second of all, the only reason they didn't make it through is because Paul actually went out. CP3 he got injured in that series.
I don't think they would have even got close.
Are you kidding me? They went. It was like 4-3, I think.
No, it was 3. It was 4-2. I remember they won 2 games and they were up 2.
And then Paul went injured.
And then Paul got injured.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
That's what happened.
That's what I said.
But yeah, back to
I think this is actually gonna be a good thing for the league overall. Like we're gonna see more exciting. I think we're gonna see a better Nets.
yeah.
And I think we're gonna see I'm actually really excited to see what Harden can do with Embiid at the 76ers. Because Embiid
Should be a lot of passes in.
Embiid's cool because if you notice, he doesn't really complain. Like he
cries.
puts his head. I would take that
over a complainer.
Oh yeah, over a complaint. Are you
Yeah.
kidding me? Like whatever, sure. But throughout the whole Simmons bullshit and everything, he never talked bad about Simmons. He never complained. He was like, nothing.
He's complained about Simmons.
No, he hasn't.
Yes, he
Embiid,
has.
Doc Rivers has. Embiid has not. Embiid has like kept quiet. He's like, listen, man, I'm here to play ball. If Simmons wants to come, cool. If he doesn't, cool. But I'm not gonna sit here moaning and bitching about him.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean.
So I think it's cool.
Yeah.
And I think that was the biggest news of the trade deadline. The only other thing I saw was Ibaka is now in the Bucks, which is kind of cool actually.
That's good. That's good.
And
But Ibaka's almost done with his career, huh?
that's yeah.
You know?
But he'll even at his stage where he's not as mobile as he used to be, I think he'll still provide a good spot, like a good role spot for the Bucks because they don't have a true defensive center,
Yeah.
and he will do that for them no problem.
Yeah.
The other one is Dragic went from I didn't even know he was playing on the Raptors. He went to Spurs, which makes no sense because like why the fuck would you go to Spurs? You're too
Spurs dead.
You're exactly why the fuck would you go there? And you're almost dead.
Yeah.
Like you're like turning 40 in a couple of years.
Is he really?
He's
He
36. I think.
great.
Pull him up. I think he's like 36. Goran
He
Dragic.
looks fucking fantastic.
Goran Dragic. Goran Dragic.
Goran Dragic.
35.
All right, he's not that.
Yeah, not as old, but
oh wow, he's ruined.
that's not a great photo. That's a terrible photo. Go to the second one because that was like Raptors.
Dog,
I know.
Look
I
at
can make you
this.
look that bad with a photo.
Not like
Trust.
this,
Yes, I
bro.
could.
No,
Yes, I could.
he's old. You could just tell droopiness.
Fair. But look at the second photo or the third, I guess.
He's still droopy here. This was years ago.
No, that was like 2 years ago, man. That's
Or
Corona.
2 years can do a lot.
Yeah, maybe.
But dude, I mean, come on.
That's inaction, man. I can make you look like that. That's actually, and that's a recent one. That's only a year ago.
That's not bad.
So that's like I said, I can make you look great or bad with the photo.
Can you make me look like this?
I can definitely not do that.
Fuck.
Can't give
Done.
you what was like 15s, 16s, 17s.
What? Guns?
Arms.
I have bigger guns than that guy. You don't think so?
Personally,
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
Okay. All right. This is where I take my shirt off.
This is like the I'm smarter than you guys. I'm bigger than him. He's not here.
Bro.
What am I gonna do?
Doesn't matter, bro.
This is the gayest thing you've done.
Dude, this has to be done. This has to be done, bro. Look at these fucking pipes, son.
Okay, follow up that photo.
Pull up the fucking photo,
Follow up
son.
the photo.
Here we go. Hold on. What's
Not-
this guy's name? What's this guy's name?
Who is this? Thaddeus. I think it's Thaddeus Young. What a name. Thaddeus.
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 I want to see a side profile of this guy.
Oh, that the one where he's passing the ball is a good one, actually.
That?
Actually, yeah, not as good as I thought. Gripping the ball, maybe right there. Up. Yeah.
Okay. So now
These are not great. That first one, in that first photo, I'll take him over you.
But dude, take a fucking look at this.
I can.
right here.
You know what's crazy? I can make your arms look smaller on camera, and I can also make them bigger.
I know exactly how to make my arms bigger on camera. It's angles, baby.
No, it's not. Well, it's actually not angles. What I was gonna do is, when you zoom in on a camera,
Yeah.
you're compressing an image, so you can actually make things look smaller than they are. And then when you reduce the zoom, you're enlarging an image, so you can make. That's why on a wide angle lens, you have like a huge face, but then when you have a big camera in the back, which is super like telephoto lens, you shrink what the aspect ratio is of your whatever OVO.
I got a couple of videos.
Own pharmacy and compounding. Like I'm just looking at the drugs now
This looks
that
awkward.
are
Don't do
on the
that.
list of what he's going to provide and their retail price versus the savings.
Like down to a tenth.
It's ridiculous.
Like, God bless him. This is
Yeah,
so again.
I'm excited to see how that really shakes up the industry and what results will come from
not
that.
only a capitalist, a billionaire. So all the people are yelling, "Oh, there shouldn't be billionaires." I'm like, well, I don't know. I can't speak for all of them, and I'm not one yet. But like, motherfucker, they're solving some big issues here, and they have the ability to. Multiplanetary species, get us off non-renewable resources, cheap pharmaceuticals. Like, get the fuck out of here with you. You want the government solving these problems? I still don't get the math. Like, kill.
This guy, with that last line, I bet you he would love the Great Reset. All for that private investment to solve our world's problems.
Yeah, why not?
Because it can be a problem.
Can be a problem, but
It's a problem both ways. Whether you get the fucking...
I mean, we've tried this. Let's try something else, huh?
Yeah, sure.
You know what I mean?
Let's
You know
get
what I
you
mean?
doing it. Let's get you doing it. We're going to get you on a fucking... We'll just give you an endless supply of weed,
Yeah.
and then you'll just figure it out.
Wait, figure what out?
Everything.
How does this make sense?
Because you on weed, it's like problem solver.
I'm an absolute machine on weed.
There you go. There you go. Prove my point.
Absolute machine on
Prove
weed.
my point. I'm telling you, man.
But compared to the normal person, not that efficient. However, compared to other people, especially you yourself or Dr. Evil or I've never tried Emil, but you and Dr. Evil cannot outperform me on weed. Not even close. That's why I say I'm smarter than you guys for this reason. I haven't been at my full potential in 10 years. If I can outperform you guys on weed, being on weed for the last 10 years.
you don't, though.
No. Not sober, you guys. You guys baked.
Okay.
Not even close. Do you remember that time? How many times has
I could
it been?
outperform you drunk.
We got to see about that.
I tried. I'll be down to the one.
I'd be down too, as long as I don't have anything going on the next day, because I always get hangovers.
Yeah, I'd have to like sleep over here too if I'm gonna get that drunk.
So let's lay guidelines here. How many drinks?
It's enough. Okay, let's say
Put a number on it.
say 7.
7 drinks.
Yeah.
So seven singles or 7 doubles.
7 singles.
7 singles.
Yeah.
Not that much.
That's enough, man.
I've been there.
Sure, of course. Well, that's the point. Well, oh, you want to get like blackout? Okay, fine. Let's do 20.
I've done 7 doubles and I've been fine.
Sure, you have.
Not fine.
Sure you have.
Let me define fine. Drove home, no problems.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Sure.
That wasn't even a flex. It was just like I was surprised.
That wasn't a flex, really.
I was surprised.
That wasn't a flex.
I was surprised.
Fucking.
I was surprised.
That wasn't a flex. Yo, Mel, I just flew in my helicopter. It took so long, though. Fuck. Yo, that's not even a flex, though, man. It's like, fuck. I'm just complaining about the traffic, really, man.
Yeah, it's not even a nice helicopter.
Yeah,
It's got vinyl floors.
I had to fucking wait for the pilot, man. Just-
Where's
it's
the
not even-
fucking white Persian marble?
It's not even worth it, man. I'm telling you.
I need leather seats.
So fucking stupid. I almost bought this at KMS today
You almost bought that at KMS today?
because they have them at the counter.
Do you want it?
Actually,
Yeah, you
I'll take it.
have that. I have like 7.
yeah. The
fucking-
lady was telling me, she was like telling me to buy one. I'm like, I'm fine, but she's like, they're actually so handy because you don't care about them. You could lose like 2, and it's like whatever.
How
She's
much
like,
is that?
This is like I think they were selling for like $8 actually.
$8?
Yeah, which is more than I thought.
All right. Our cost is $2.50.
There you go. See. Yeah, when it's like that, fucking have a bunch of them.
See, I was thinking like just to buy a bunch of harnesses and lanyards because our cost is $11, and we have sold like over
Yeah.
80 of them
So what were you thinking?
at $75 per.
No, I know, but what were you thinking about doing?
Selling lanyards.
Like you selling.
Yeah.
So like you'll get fired if they find out.
Sure, but I don't have to buy their lanyards. I could find lanyards outside of their buyer.
Would you be using their supplier?
No,
Okay.
that's what I'm saying. A lot of places have lanyards. It's not just one place.
Yeah, yeah.
And a lot of places, cost is actually pretty low on lanyards because
Sure,
lanyards aren't
sure.
actually that.
But how are you going to get that cost? Where is your relationship with them for you to get that cost?
Mostly construction before this company.
No, I know,
actually.
but you have no history with the people that you're buying from, right? You would just be a guy,
Not-
effectively just be a guy walking off the street trying to buy these lanyards at reduced prices.
Well, no, because I have connections in other companies that do the same, where I could buy off the company, and I'm familiarized with the company.
If you have that, sure.
But you understand what I'm saying?
No, I get what
The
you're saying.
flip
It's just
is
like
insane.
to get there, you don't just get there. So like it's like with any product. Like sure, like you say, you could get this for $2. I right now could not get this for $2 because I have zero history with whoever you're buying this from. Other companies can get your price for sure. Same way we do our products. We have multiple companies that are buying our products for the same price.
Yeah.
But if somebody walks in off the street, they're not getting that price. Even if they know that we offer that price, they're not getting that. Because I'll be like, who the fuck are you? What kind of relationship do you think you have that you can just get
Who calls you about a certain price of a certain item?
anybody?
Anybody.
Yeah.
And how do you give verification on who gets what price?
Depending where they're calling from,
Okay.
what company
so
they're at, who they represent.
how hard would it be for a guy to? Do they use POs consistently? Like how does
That's
it work? here?
we only use POs. We'll sometimes take in credit cards, but that's only for small stuff because the value of our orders are in the tens of thousands. No one's credit carding that stuff. It's all POs and wire transfers.
Okay, so another question goes in. Say a guy comes in and gives you a PO. How do you find out if it's fake or not?
We don't give people credit for no history. Does that make sense? So you could cut me a PO right now, give it to me, but your payment terms are advance. So I won't process the order until you pay me up front. That's how we work.
I understand.
We
but
only give credit for
the-
people that are actually. Now I'm not talking like payment before we ship. I'm talking like payment the moment I receive that PO.
course, yeah.
I'm not releasing that order until you pay me.
It's asset sale, so yeah, 100%.
No,
it's
but like
it's
with our distributors, they're on credit with us. So they're paying net 30. They're paying 30 days after we ship their pumps. So that's a huge difference because not only are they getting better prices, but they have way more favorable payment terms.
What I'm saying is like, okay, let's say I'm a guy that works on the other end, and I've been calling you for the last 2 years for
Yeah.
pumps,
Yeah.
okay? And I've been giving you POs.
Yeah.
So you have to understand that I have some insight of the company that I'm at.
Okay, so you're saying you're working within a company that has a relationship with us.
Yeah.
Okay, continue.
And I'll give you an example here.
No, keep on with this one. This one's interesting. Go ahead.
Does the company are you allowed to use the wholesalers for personal use at your company?
Yes and no. So like, in which direction you're talking about? Because first you're talking about customers coming to us, but now you're talking about me going to our guys. Also, which scenario are you trying to go at?
Let me clear this up a little
Sure.
bit. It's fuzzy here.
The one that you're explaining before was actually really good. I like that one. I guess, are you trying to go down the path of saying, if you work for one of our distributors,
Okay.
obviously you know all the price because you work, right? You see
Let's
all
go
the
back
numbers.
to the first one. It was a bit more interesting for you.
Sure.
It's all Clash of Titans here. Basically, if I'm calling you for the last 2 years,
Yes.
and
As
I
a
have
representative.
as a representative
Okay.
of the company,
Yeah.
how can you clarify whether I'm in there or
Verify.
whether I'm in that company or not? If I have this kind of insight,
If you're calling me,
because you're net 30, right?
we're net 30.
Okay, so I obviously know I could formulate a PO.
You could.
You can't verify that PO, and we're net 30,
Yes.
and I can get that shipped anywhere.
Yes.
That's a huge hole.
Not for us.
Well, it hasn't happened.
No, but it's like what I mean not for us, I don't mean that like it's never going to happen to us. Let's say it happened tomorrow. There's no risk to us. It's all risk to the company that you formerly represented. Because if you are issuing a PO that was never meant to be issued, we're going after the company, not the person. So now that company has to fix that with that person. Now, if the example you're giving is if somebody else came in, it's almost like the equivalent of ordering pizza for somebody else. That's a risk. So if somebody came in and said, "Hey, I want to order blah blah blah," but they never actually worked for that company. They never, like, they're just pretending to. That's more of a risk.
That's the same.
No, but the thing is, we can't.
Same situation,
no,
different variable.
Kind of. It's like, but in that case, we can't go after that person, right? Because it's like
That's what I'm saying.
who
so
knows?
my
Who knows
other,
where that was
my
from?
other thing was like, okay, so that's the second part of the question
Sure.
where it comes to
The
are
thing
you
is,
allowed-
the thing is that's a legal problem for whoever instigated that. So now you're going beyond like just a business thing, because it's
fraud.
That's
Yeah,
fraud. Because
okay,
it's
yeah.
one thing if you're just trying to take advantage of a relationship
Mm-hmm.
and like do something underhanded in a business sense.
Yeah.
You're just gonna piss off the company that you were, like, whose relationships are established there. But there's no legal like problems there.
This is where I verify that, because let's go down this
Sure.
route.
Yeah.
Let's say I sell off a platform,
Mhm.
and the company I work for, they sell off their own platform, and they sell off word of mouth
Yeah.
or advertisement or whatever. We're on different platforms. I'm not affecting their customer bases,
Yeah.
but I am using their wholesaler.
Okay.
I've ran this through my boss. I've thought about it. I've ran it different things, not
Yep.
just this.
Yeah.
And he's like, as long as you're not selling out of here, out of A and B, or out of, I'll cut that out, fucking minute 36,
36.
50. That was a fucking brain fart.
Whoops.
You're fine.
Even if you're selling in the same business? Sorry, not same, but like same industry?
No. So
Okay, so as long as you avoid that-
the idea is that you're selling off, let's say, marketplace,
Yeah.
and you're selling online. You're not selling it to other
Their customers.
Their customers.
That's the important part.
That's the important part.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Like, I could literally formulate a power washing company through these guys with all the parts and get everything maintained well.
like you could use their stuff?
Yeah, rentals.
Wow.
And I've done it, and I've told them, like,
Mm-hmm.
I got to do something on the weekend, blah blah blah.
Technically, actually, yeah, that's actually that makes sense. There's nothing wrong with that, because you're renting, you're just renting for time. They're not asking you what
Well,
the
it's
purpose
free.
is. Well, no, I know that, but like, I could do that. The only difference is you just have a better price or discount because you're an employee.
Right.
But in reality, the purpose actually doesn't matter, because whether you're using it for home use or professional use, they're still renting to you the same.
Yeah.
That's why that works.
And
If they had a clause where they said you're even to like other people, you can only use it for like residential or personal use, then yeah, as soon as you use it for some like commercial stuff, that's a problem.
But I understand why he doesn't put that in, because I haven't been in too many different variety of jobs, but I've been in enough to understand a lot of different industries,
Sure.
whether it's medical, construction, whatever. And this is one of those jobs where, like, you can be doing the shittiest of the shit, or you can be doing like ace stuff.
Yeah.
I've never had a job where it was this much variability and variancy too, like where every day's fucking could be fucking. It's not just like one position, one thing. You're sitting at a desk.
Yeah,
doing
yeah,
something.
yeah.
It's like you're doing so much. So I understand why because they ask so much of you. Yeah, you get paid well, but also you're the first person touching the tools and you're the last person touching. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it makes sense.
So it's like, why wouldn't you?
Mm-hmm,
You're using this anyway, right? But I mean, I don't understand. Like, it is a thin line though between fraud and like we just ran through it.
Well, yeah. The situation that we just discussed is actually very, very interesting, because it allows me to identify any potential like risks actually for my company.
Yeah.
Or the company that I work for. What's also interesting is, as we were discussing, and then I thought about it a bit some more, I was like, is there actually a way we do for? In a way, there is actually. It's not bulletproof, but there is actually something that I didn't mention, and it's that when it comes to these relationships that we have with other companies, distributors or whatever, we have our own sales guys that manage those relationships. So they actually know every single person that works in these companies.
Okay.
They know everyone who's going to be issuing POs. They know all the account managers that they'll be dealing with. So if ever there's a new name, let's make it simpler. If ever there's communication that comes from somebody they know, let's say it's like Margaret over at
Whatever.
Free Pumps,
Yeah.
Arkansas. Or one of our sales guys who manages that relationship, he's known Margaret for years. So there's like a suspect PO that comes through, he'll find out pretty quick because communications are happening with this person
Right.
very often. The other situation where if it's like a name that's never kind of popped up before, is like, hey, then again, it'd be right away, be like, hey, who's Bobby? Is he a new guy? And then if he's not a person, then the reps over at that company be like, yo, Bobby does not work here. Be like, all right, then we're canceling this PO. So there is that. It's not bulletproof though. There are still some like ways in it, but it's not as open as I explained earlier.
So my first situation was the fact that I am Margaret.
Okay.
So there'd be no hesitation on the other end.
No, but there would be because you're verifying why those POs are coming in.
I'm verifying, but I've verified multiple other POs similar. So what's off today? There's no radar that's going off on
Well,
your
of
head.
course there is, because let's say if it's like a big, for example, like the easiest one would be like a big order.
No,
If
sure.
big
but
order comes in, it's like, okay, I haven't
That's
heard
not
about
what I'm
this. I
saying,
should
though.
know about it.
Yeah.
If it's like a smaller thing, now make it easier because the easiest one would be parts, because we also sell parts, replacement part, like spare parts and shit. If a parts order came in from Margaret, and it was just for Margaret,
But you wouldn't know. How would you know if it's just for Margaret?
if it's just
Margaret would order
let me
as the
let-
company.
That's what I'm saying. Let me think about that. The easiest way for Margaret to do it would be to, oh no, it'll get caught pretty quickly. Actually, not it. Here's what happened. It wouldn't happen at the beginning. It would happen the moment of shipment, because the moment of shipment we're issuing out invoices, and invoices need to be matched to existing POs. And when we send that remittance over to that company, if that shit doesn't match, then right away they're going to market and be like, what the fuck is this?
Okay, but most companies that issue, the guy that issues POs in most companies is the one that receiving that invoice.
No.
No,
not true at all.
In my industry, it is.
No. If you have a bigger company, that gets separated right away.
Sister, biggest company in our industry right now.
So you guys don't have an accounting department? You guys don't have an accounts
Well,
receivable? You guys don't have an accounts payable? Your accounts payable is the one who's paying those invoices.
Salesmen can pay those invoices as well. We have access to that.
Salesmen can pay invoices.
Yes, we have access to that.
Why is your accounting department not paying invoices?
Because our accounting department doesn't keep track of invoices, keeps track of credit cards and line of credit.
Why is that? You guys understaffed? Is your accounting understaffed?
No, I think most places there's a lot of heavy sales transaction as far as numbers, maybe not amount, but a lot of numbers go in.
Like I said, so that's understaffed then. Accounting's understaffed.
Not accounting is understaffed, but what I'm saying is again, it goes back to what I just said. We do such a wide variety. Everybody in the industry does a wide variety.
Yeah, I still like I said, man, it's like numbers need to be managed by the people that do numbers. That's their job.
Not always.
Of course, always. It's just at a small. Yeah, when a company is smaller, for sure you're gonna have this cross between departments for like 100%. Don't get me wrong, I've seen it personally, but as you grow, you want to start being able to optimize people's roles in the company and like what they do.
There's certain things, right? Like I think what you're thinking of like sales transactions and what your experience is with is higher numbers. We're talking like I might have a sale of $200 18 times in a day. For an accountant to go through that with 12 other fucking salesmen.
That's why I said so. Your accounting's just under. I don't want to say understaffed. It's low.
It's not that accounting is understaffed. It's that our sales, the pure amount is not high enough for there to be like a scare, or it has to be accountants, because they keep track of, like, we have company credit cards and we have company credit line.
Yeah.
And everybody has a PIN and everybody does that.
Yep.
Now, who goes over that is accountants.
Yep.
We do the invoices. We hand in invoices with a report for that month, and then they keep track of what is what and what cleared and why and all that. Some companies, like you guys, probably go through that. They do it because there's so many other things that you guys need to keep track of. Versus us, it's like more, the industry is more simplistic.
Fair enough.
know?
But yeah, so in that situation, what I would say is like, yeah, that's when it would get caught.
Yeah.
Is because the moment that an order is shipped, that's when our accounting receivables, right? They send an invoice out saying, hey, pump just shipped, pay us.
Yeah.
And then if that shit doesn't match on the other end, then they'll be like, okay, yo, what the fuck?
And another thing, yours is family run, right?
Not how you. Yes and no.
It's bigger family
The
run.
family one's always been confusing. Yeah, it's technically a family company. Yeah.
Okay. Ours is family run too.
Yeah.
Before I was there was other guys doing what the situation.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Buying
yeah,
stuff for
yeah,
themselves.
Yeah.
So the owner is very used to the situation.
Mm-hmm.
So there's like, I explained some things to my sister, and my sister was like, "We don't even allow that for people in your position to do that."
Yeah.
Right. And I think there's a lot more leeway here because he's never been fucked over.
Yeah.
So he's like, why not?
The thing is, and it's interesting because when I think about what this would look like in my position, if I wanted to try that, for example, in some ways, it would definitely be like a whatever. Who cares? In some situations, to be like, okay, maybe not. So it's interesting. So something like commodity items, parts that are no more than like $100 that we're buying off people that we have relationships with. If I can manage to leverage a similar relationship with these companies, that'd be no problem. As long as I do it under my name. That's the thing. I couldn't do it. The one thing that'll be a huge red flag for sure would be if I did it under the company's name and then, told accounting to bill it to me or something.
Oh, you guys don't do that?
Not for something like that. What I've done and what we can do is if I want to use our like UPS account,
Okay.
I can do that. And then I'll
What do you mean by that? UPS account, like for shipping?
Yeah, because we get obviously preferable rates.
Okay.
I could send something out or get something sent to me.
But there's a limit on that too.
Not enough. It's never.
It's not going to be like 100 a week.
It's never gotten to that. Well, how many fucking things are you getting in a week, bro? 100 a week?
Listen,
what
man,
are you?
Listen.
What the fuck?
When you get a crack line, bro,
Shut
that
the
shit's
fuck up.
blowing
100
up.
a week?
100
bro,
a week.
10 a week is a lot already. Anyways, it's never gotten to a point where that's even an issue.
I think your company is even that one
Because
time
I've actually utilized that before. I've used that where I've shipped something from like the States here.
Yeah.
And then I told accounting, but I'm like, oh, yo, that one right there, that one's mine. They're like, okay, we'll just take it off your paycheck.
You know what's crazy? Other people have done this in my company where they've bought like machinery, bro.
Under the company name?
Under company name, invoiced into themselves, paid on the spot.
Oh, okay.
And like, we're talking like 30-40% discounts. Like insane.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
See,
like a
that's
Kubota minus
like-
40 discount.
I'm thinking
I'm
about-
like, yo, why do you need a 12,000-pound excavator? Oh yeah, I got a half an acre and my wife wants to do this. I'm like, dude, you're fucking nuts.
I've actually thought about that on a bigger scale at our company. Like there are some things that we will get made, but it becomes so much effort that then my company would be like, bro, you're like wasting time and resources now doing this. It's not even a question of you using these relationships. It's like you've like spent 2 hours of your day trying to like get this. Like you could have been working, and now you're just working for yourself. So it's like that would be more of an issue. If I did it off the clock, then yeah, maybe. Because like I've thought about if I wanted to, let's say, have like make a project, like fucking anything. Let's say if I wanted to make a frame out of metal with some crazy shit or whatever, and there's companies that do similar stuff for us, I could technically off the clock do the drawings, get all that shit, put it into our system, and then issue a PO to them to that get made. And then when it gets billed, I could just do what you explained where I'm telecounting it. By the way, I'll do it. But that's so much like legwork to get that done. It would just raise a few I don't know, like we'll call it yellow flags.
The thing with my industry is like the company makes money regardless if we're working or not.
Every company's like that.
No. But the thing with rentals is that's the way it is. Like you'll have heater season, we'll have like $900,000 every 2 weeks coming in.
Mm-hmm.
Just whatever, right? And nothing else is going out, but the company's fucking booming,
Sure.
right? It'd be harder for a sale company to do that. The same amount.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's why, like, if we waste time, just doing fuck
Yeah,
all, like,
sure. Yeah,
because a lot of time I'm just like fucking, dude. I do like edits over there. Like,
I get it.
You know what I mean?
I know what you're saying.
So it's just the way it is. Let's go into a couple last things, man.
Sure, because that's actually decent. It's interesting. I mean, it's interesting to us. It'd be actually cool to.
If other people find
Yeah,
it,
no, seriously,
talking
I
about
don't know.
PO.
Hey, all of a sudden, this becomes like the business podcast.
Oh my
Fuck all
god,
that other shit. All of a sudden,
Dude.
this is how we pick up traction. This is how we do it.
that'd be so
We'll
bad.
look back in the year. It's like, bro, if only we figured that out a year ago, could have been bigger.
You just jinked us.
Jinked us?
Yeah, and that sounded racist, bro.
What the fuck?
Jinxed us.
Jinxed us. There you go. Bro.
We were talking about this earlier,
Talking about a lot of things.
and are you getting tired of? I think I'm in a boat where I need to get the fuck off.
What do you mean?
I've been listening to a lot of like toxic. I don't even want to use toxic, but just like negative female energy shit that I've been getting exposed to
the
of
fuck?
last recent few months. And what I'm saying is this, not like personally, but like just watching constant compilations of like how fucking warped some females' mindsets out there. And I'm just like not getting angry, but I'm also kind of just giving up on the fact that this kind of culture can produce good female rationale.
I don't even know how to begin to unpackage that whole thing.
We cut this out, but we
try.
can just
no,
try
no,
it out.
I'll try. Oh boy, this is gonna be a good one. Where to begin? Okay, let's start with what kinds of things have you been seeing?
A lot of lies, like
Okay, wait, no.
cheats,
Let's back
deceits.
up. Let's back up. What forms of is this like videos you've been watching? Friends' stories?
stories and videos.
Okay, what kind of media are you consuming here? Like, what kind of videos on YouTube? Like, what are you seeing here?
Mostly like Reddit stuff, like actual like
that's like
mostly.
MG Tao shit. That's a problem. Don't go there.
No. It's not that. It's
Okay.
honestly, I don't try to consume it unless it's somewhat verified.
Fair enough. I'm not saying it's not verified. I'm just trying to figure out what kind of stuff you're watching and where.
It's all over. Honestly, it's all over.
I don't know what that means. That's why I'm asking
Like
these
there's some
questions.
YouTube stuff, there's
Yeah.
some TikTok stuff, there's
Okay.
some Instagram stuff, there's some Reddit
And
stuff.
the stories,
Uh,
friends, is that what,
Stories, friends, and then friends. It's mostly like of the last, because my group of friends is like odd, right? My group of friends is odd because it's very different.
Sure.
Okay, I have friends that are like you guys would never even talk to, and then I have friends that like you guys also know, right?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
might know.
Right.
Okay. Between the guys that have taken risks to being that kind of relationship, I actually think I have a lot of friend experience stories that I've heard. If that
Okay,
makes any
okay.
fucking sense.
Kind of. Sure.
Okay. So from those and those two combinations,
All right.
and just real life experience too, I would say.
All right, sure. I'll give you that.
Because I've you know
No.
I've-
I'm not taking away
I've made a
from,
U-turn around the block a couple
I'm not
times.
taking anything away from what you're experiencing. Okay, next questions would be what difference, if any, have you seen in that kind of stuff recently versus before?
I don't want to say all girls, but this culture of girls, it's almost well rehearsed and almost projected upon the general population from a celebrity status that what these actions are okay. Lying, deceiving, cheating, these are fine. These are like it's almost like modern. How do I explain this? It's like modern, not modernly known, but well known and well addressed that it's okay to be like a city girl. It's okay to be like,
Sure.
you know, this and that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Whereas in other cultures, it's actually like, it's not. It's not even close.
So when you're mentioning these examples here, over these things that you've seen,
Even
or
promiscuous,
whatever,
even I'll give you an example.
let me
Even
finish.
promiscuous
Like,
countries
like-
down south,
ish-
South America,
Sure.
not even close to us.
Okay. So you're talking specifically North American women here.
North American, and I'd say like UK, Australian, you know, those Western-ish countries where they speak English.
Okay.
Even I would even go as far as saying Germany.
That's a very random country to throw in there.
But that's
Why Germany? Why
It's-
not France?
this is gonna sound hella racist. It's the Caucasian culture. It's the Caucasian Americanized.
But
Western
Germans
culture.
are not Americanized.
No, but they're Western.
So is France.
I would say it's there too.
Okay.
But like again, once you go to Eastern Bloc, it's not like that.
So
Eastern
you're,
Bloc,
you're just talking Western culture in general.
Western culture is like this. This is like
Sure.
they've every country has had their pop stars or their major stars that have defined that this is okay.
And what do you mean by this? You said lying, deceit. Why do you say? What have you seen that would be a good example of what you're describing here?
Just the amount. It's very apparent how well developed women's brains are when it comes to accordance to lying, cheating, and deceiving you in comparison to how much we understand and how much our radar goes off on those ideas.
Okay.
Like they're much more well rehearsed at a very younger age, and they're able to like almost, we're dumb. We are no comparison. Like our brain development is like on average doesn't compare to most women
Okay.
at an early age. Like I would say until like 22, 23 is like where we don't compare. Anything under that, we not even close. Like they'll lap us. Even into like some guys, like, you know, you'll have these like guys that we know, you know, that I'd be like, wow, you'd get fooled all the time. You have
Right.
you have no chance.
Right, sure.
You have no chance. You have no idea that this is how often this happens, right? And a lot of things are okayed in this culture that it aren't okayed with the rest of the world. Like another example. We looked up the other day about how many sexual partners somebody has in a lifetime,
Sure.
right?
Well,
And
not
what was
much.
what was
7.
7. And what was the rest of the world? Like 5, 4?
No, it was all pretty close. Oh no, it was like it was all of it was under 10.
All of us are
Yeah,
under
yeah,
10,
yeah.
okay? And we have to put in the variable of people not taking the survey and not these, like, how many Instagram models do you think are actually answering this perfectly?
You have to take the average for what it is. Because otherwise then your opinions get in there and then it's like
How many surveys have you done in the last 2 years?
done a handful.
Okay, I've done 0 lifetime.
Great. You are one of 36 million Canadians.
But you understand what I'm saying?
Like-
I would say it's 50-50 who takes it.
I feel like that is the most bullshit that you've said all day. You just threw a fucking 18 million count worth statement out there that easily. You're like 50-50. So
Well,
all of a
36
sudden,
million. 36 million. Hold on. What is 36 million comprised of? Children.
bro, it's a figure of speech. Want me to use the states? We'll say fucking 180 million. Okay, let's not get caught up in the numbers.
sure.
We're talking about the ratios here, and for you to just throw
No,
out,
but I'm talking ratios too here.
no, I know we are talking, and I was gonna say for you to just throw out 50-50 is like, where do you even begin to like rationalize that in your head? You just say 50-50, like you know, like what half of Canada is doing.
I don't think any seniors are really taking surveys,
They're the ones who do the most, actually.
and I don't think any children are doing surveys.
The seniors are the ones who do the most.
Okay, seniors will say they do the most. Okay, and then what? Like 40 to 60 do the second most. All right, so let's say
Bro, it's not 50-50.
okay, fine.
You can't
Whatever
say that.
it is.
You can't just
Let's
say that.
Let's say
just
it's
because
fact.
we're two guys
Let's
sitting at a table.
say it
I've
is
done it and you
factual.
haven't done it.
Let's say it's factual.
Why?
No. Let's say it's not factual. Let's just
All
go
right,
aside from
sure,
that.
sure. Oh, we're talking about like the numbers thing.
Yeah, just the numbers thing.
Let's say that's factual, like the survey
Yeah,
thing.
let's say
7 to 9,
let's say
whatever.
that's factual.
Okay.
The amount that I have like I've had a lot of interactions where I understood that there was a lot of lying, cheating, and deceit. Not
Okay.
towards me necessarily,
Yeah.
but just in general, where I'm like, I understand, I can read this, and that's where I become the asshole because I can take advantage of the situation whether I want to or not.
Okay.
Because I can read it. Now, how often do I come across a guy that actually understands the same ideas that I do? Not that much. But how much do I come across girls that understand that same idea? A lot. And they abuse it a lot. And it's people that are my friends.
Mm-hmm.
Girls that I've known. And I'm like, well, I've never dated you, but this is a nightmare. It'd be a nightmare dating you.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's across not just one specific type of girl. Well, I'm talking about anybody who is, well educated, comes from a good family to not educated from a terrible family.
Mm-hmm.
There's no like, you can't be like, okay, these ones cheat and these ones don't. It's like they all cheat or they all don't. But it's like, I didn't know it was this common. And that's what kind of is making me biased towards here, because I'm like, these are norms. Coming across a girl who's 25 to 30 and she has 10 to 15 people that she's fucked, pretty common.
Apparently, it's not. Do you think that maybe
my experience with them?
No, not only that, but people, when it comes especially like the number count thing, will overcompensate.
Not girls. Why would they? Brings down their value, no?
Not if they don't see it that way.
They don't. That's when
Because
they lie
then-
to you.
Because if they did see it that way, then they would actually bring it down.
They do bring it down. That's my thing.
No, but they'd bring it down more because you just
They'd
said
say
that.
2 or 3.
Sure.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, like, I get to a position where I'm not a stranger to these people. I'm honest about mine, and mine, like, triples, quadruples theirs, so they're not really worried. So I set myself up to see the real thing.
Sure.
That's why they wouldn't say that to Joe Schmo off the street.
Yeah.
Couple dates in, Joe Schmo asks, "Oh, like as a joke,
Yeah.
what do you think? Like, what's yours?" They'll be like 2, 1, 3, 4. But it's like 12, 17, 20,
Sure.
30, right? And that's,
How many women that have been with 30 people?
I wouldn't say more than 5.
Yeah, I'll say that's.
I wouldn't say more than 5.
That's
But
a very
they're,
upper end of the spectrum there.
listen, you would think that they are well-known whores, but they're actually in society where nobody knows that and can tell that.
Right.
And that's the scary part. It's like, we can't point and say,
I don't think
this
that's scary.
anymore.
I think that's actually. I would expect that actually, because unless you're making sex your literal identity, how is anybody gonna know whether you slept with 1, 5, 10, 20, or 30, or 40, or 50 people? There's no
Clothing,
way.
body language,
No,
style.
no. You can't tell the difference between someone sleeping with 10 or 50. There's no way.
10 and 15, no, but 30 and 10, yeah.
Honestly, man, even then, it's like I said, unless they're making it their identity. Because you even just said these are like normal, like whatever.
Yeah.
So of course, like that's actually what I would expect. Unless that's
true.
their lives.
That's true.
Then I wouldn't expect them to be putting that out there.
Yeah,
That
they
makes no
hide it.
sense.
They hide it well.
Yeah.
They hide it well.
Well,
That's-
it's not only hide it well. It's like
you can't
it's
guess.
not. You're not hiding something that's never meant to be blown out there, anyways, right?
Right.
Like you sleeping with people isn't something you wear on yourself, right? It's not something you put on your face. Like it's
But it's a mindset you
it's-
carry.
not. Doesn't have to be. What, you make sex your life?
No, but it's
Right?
the way you go about it.
No, hold on. Unless you make sex like such an important integral part of your values and like your identity, for sure.
Yeah.
But if it's not, then why would it be so apparently obvious?
This is my thing. There's a certain style. We're not smart enough to recognize the style. Like, I'm not. And I haven't ran across someone who is. Because, like, clearly we can't read minds. But My point is there is a style. There is like a mathematical formulation of if you're promiscuous, you exhibit one of 30 traits. Like I guarantee you that could be found.
Okay.
You don't think so? A criminal has certain traits,
I'm
no?
not saying that, but it's like you
No,
just,
but hold on.
no,
has,
you
okay.
hold on. You just made something up, and then you're like, I guarantee it. I don't know if you could guarantee things like that, man.
This is the thing.
If you think it's possible, fair enough. I'll give that to you. If fine, to guarantee it's like, bro, that's like basically saying that it's a fake.
This is the reasoning behind the guarantee, right? Pick a style of person. Pick a style of a skateboarder, a skateboarder,
sure.
boxer, whatever.
Okay, fine.
Okay. You compare them with other boxers, skateboarders. There's clear distinctions between them, connections between them. Why would being promiscuous as a woman not have the same connections?
I will make it very simple for you right there, since you gave me that brilliant example. A skateboarder, a boxer, all these things that you just meant, those two that you mentioned, and like them, there are others, right?
Mm-hmm.
You said like styles of people.
Yep.
Skateboarding is the skateboarder's identity.
Doesn't have to be.
Yes, it is. And this style of person that you just mentioned, you basically put into your head and my head and people listening's heads someone that looks like they would skateboard.
No.
Yes, you did, because you said a style of person.
You can't describe.
What does a style of person mean to you? Then we'll rephrase that one.
A style of person isn't just a physical thing, right? Because people look different, right? You have across many genres of hobbies, you have many different looking like people. I'm talking about style as far as characteristics and mindset versus what they look like. Because what you said was right. You don't have to dress a certain way, right? But what I'm saying is the mindset of a promiscuous woman would match another mindset of a promiscuous woman. I'm not talking about what they look like. A boxer doesn't. Our buddy, if I never knew he trained, walk down the street, I would never guess he trained.
Sure.
Okay? There's a lot of people like that. I'm not talking about that. Because it's very easy to look like a rapper or look like this or look like that, but you're not actually that person.
Sure.
That is what I'm saying, is that there has to be connections, obviously. Now, can I guarantee this with my fucking IQ? Probably not, okay? That was an overreach. However, that being said, you still can match column per column a promiscuous woman with another promiscuous woman and see. If you have oversight, you can see. We're just not smart enough to do that yet. Do you think we could have that? Like, how much time and money and pain would that's like the invention of the lifetime of relationships. Because if you could literally put on glasses and be like, no, yes. Would you really want to try the no's? That's a good question.
Well, there's something similar that was actually explored in. Have you ever watched Black Mirror?
Yes, I have.
There's
some weird ones on there.
That's the point. There's that one episode that's very similar to kind of what you mentioned, where it was I don't know if you've seen this episode, but it's the one where it's like an advanced form of Tinder almost.
Yeah, the thing with China is going on, the social credit score.
But and then the other thing was, not only was it matching you with people, but it was also telling you how long you were meant to be together.
Right. Yeah.
And it was like explicitly confining you to that time. So when you match with somebody, if it said 5 minutes, you're only in it for 5 minutes, and then it's over. And then if it says 5 months, you're in it for 5 months.
See, preferences are given in my scenario to the fact that this is not 5 minutes or 5 months. This is like a yes. Like this kind of goes back to.
But I said similar. I didn't say it's exactly the same, right?
Okay.
But it just reminds me of that because then the idea with that was to. First of all, by doing that, this app was so advanced that it was only selecting you with like compatible women for you.
Yeah.
And then the other part of why it took that route where it was variable time was that it was eventually, trying to get you to that point where you actually found the match.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
see.
So
I
that,
see.
because over time the AI was so smart that it would start like adjusting to what your true preference and match was supposed to be.
Right.
And on the other end as well, because you're controlling two things happening at the same
Right.
time.
So it has to be test and trial.
Exactly. So yeah, exactly. And then eventually, then you will match with
Right.
whatever.
So yeah, go ahead.
The thought process or the question there, one of them. There's many because that's kind of how Black Mirror works. But one of them that I saw was, would you be okay with that system in the sense of taking control completely out of the equation when it comes to romantic partners and just accepting whatever, whether it's destiny or what some computer program does for you, but just taking that chance of coming across the right person and just being like, all right, it is what it is, and this is it. There's no picking. It's like you're gonna get what you get because that's what you're supposed to. That's just your life.
The way I look at it is, in both scenarios, whether
Mhm.
you pick yourself or the computer picks, you
Yeah.
you have a problem that you want to solve.
So keep going. Sort of. Yeah. Okay.
So you want to. The idea is you want to go from being single to being matched with somebody.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that's the end
That's
goal.
the basic one. Yeah.
Now, if you have a route that's detected for you and you hit the gutters a little bit and then you go down the right path,
Yeah.
great. That's the idea behind that app. So that's ahead and more advanced than you picking because there's
Oh no, it definitely is. It
a lot of
definitely is.
safety bumpers
Dude,
that you
it's,
don't.
It's way more optimized.
Yeah.
The thing is that people have a preference for not optimizing love because they want the chance to fall, to get back up again, to meet different people, to
Where's
go
this
through
idea coming from though?
What idea?
People want to do this.
Well, I want to do that. That's
Okay.
that's me. That's
Now-
and like me, there are others.
Okay, sure.
Some
Yeah.
people like the idea, like the whole like the chase and the whatever.
As there's
Pe-
others, there's also not others,
Of
right?
100%, there's not. That's why,
Okay.
like, there's people that right now be like, "Fuck it, give me my fucking optimized computer program. Fuck off with all this other bullshit." But I enjoy going through those different motions. I enjoy the meeting different people, seeing different people, and going through those ups and downs and learning different perspectives that I would have not have had the chance if I just immediately found my optimized person.
Okay, but so you just said that there was trial and error, correct?
Oh, 100%.
All right, so there's also trial and error in the app, correct?
Well, no, not the app was not kind of like the app wasn't really trial and error. Like this is in the Black Mirror world, right? This is not like
Okay.
a real thing. Obviously, it was not trial and error that you were actually going to stumble. It was like I said, predetermined time you were spending with this person, and then the app would find someone that was even better. There was no bad in
Okay.
reality. It was like all just like successively good.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so that's another thing I want to go through. So successively good. The thing with being by yourself is this. Now, if I told you that the last 10 people you've dated were the way that you imagined, so you have situation A, whereas your life right now is
Yeah.
Hector,
Yeah.
and then you have situation B, where all those 10 other ones were optimized to your liking.
Sure.
Okay, so just think about all the relationships you've had, and then think about like a 10% raise or whatever. Would you not say yes to that?
Am I removing the ability to choose? I'm guessing I would be, right? Because it's being determined for me.
Yes, but I also
'Cause
want to
if you're-
say,
if you're
I
sa-
also want to say that every time you look behind your shoulder of the option, you're happy with it, right?
Okay, sure.
Because as you said, right, it's never been bad.
Mhm.
It's just good interactions.
So is all you're saying really, would I like the chance for everything to have been better?
But isn't that what the situation is?
No, but the app was like, the main component of it was like, the choice was gone.
Yeah, I know that, but everything was better, no?
Yeah, but like, if you phrase, that's why I wanted to confirm that with you.
Yeah.
If you're removing the choice, no, I want my choice. I'm like that.
This goes to our last thing. So we jump from relationships, promiscuity, say that for me,
Promiscuity.
promiscuity, to choice,
Mm-hmm.
and now it goes to a pretty wide and general. It
Yeah.
actually just goes back to mathematics.
Okay. No, the window. The window. No, it's fucking cold. Don't
What?
do that to
Cold?
yourself. Yeah. There you go. Bring the blinds back for you, the curtain. There you go. Keep going.
Cut this bitch out.
Yeah. Put it behind the PC on the back. I tuck it. Yeah, there you go. Sick. Looking real profesh. All right.
All right. So it goes back to choice and math. If you step outside of yourself
Mm-hmm.
and you just calculate the odds of coming to certain places,
Mm-hmm.
you realize that you just pick sometimes the best option, sometimes
Oh,
not the best
yeah,
option
definitely.
in life, and you got here. Some of us more lucky than others, some of us not so much. So it really goes back to that choice that you want. It's not like actually really beneficial if everything's improving. You just pick to choose because you want to control.
No, and you're also what it also is you're playing odds, and you're playing odds and risk, and there's a thrill to that. It's the same way that if you
So you're gambling.
in a way for sure,
Okay.
and I enjoy that for myself.
Would you say the same equivalent amount of people would say that they would choose the other one?
Really, it'd be a really good question to ask. I think a lot of people would have this romanticized view of like, I want free will, I want choice, I
'Cause-
wanna,
yeah.
I don't want my life decided for me. I want to decide my life.
I've thought
There's
about
a lot. It almost boils down to fucking like free will,
Yeah.
kind of, right?
Hmm.
Even though it's only specific to like romantic and and like love and all that
Yeah.
stuff. But there's people who really, really feel that way, where they're like, I want my choice. I don't want my love to be decided by somebody. I want me to decide it with whoever I'm with.
But if you understand that your choice is not really your choice, like you're not
what do you mean?
choosing the number one, you're choosing what comes to you, in a way.
Yeah, what you find and what comes
All right.
across. Yeah. It's not being like
So my
given to you from like wherever. Yeah. It's like kind of how you come across it.
would you say it's you're more, not you personally, but
Mhm.
dating styles now as men in North America, is it scavenger or is it hunter prey?
That's a good question. I think it depends where you are, for sure.
I think it's for men in our age group, it's scavenger, I would say, unless you have some high density value to you where you attract, because the culture is like that. Whereas when you go to other countries, it's much more common to be wanted more. The bar is lower. We are just more well-rounded than other countries. Like that's what I noticed the most when I talk to people from South America, people from Middle East, Asian people, even some Europeans. I would say that we are just more well-rounded being in Western cultures.
Okay, I can see that. Yeah.
However, with that well-roundedness, there's lying, cheating, deceit, because we have to be exposed to that in order to get well-rounded. So it's basically pain before you learn.
Double-edged sword.
Exactly. And with that, man, do you have any last fucking words for this? We went fucking deep in the mind.
We
man.
did, and I actually like this one. We went through a lot of different shit. No, I don't think I do. I think I'm gonna let what we said speak for itself.
Beautiful, man.
Sign
Make
off.
sure you follow us on Instagram, Funny But Foul, and
Podcast, funny but foul.
Funny But
podcast.
Foul podcast. Thank you, sir. And Funny But Foul everywhere else, cocksucker. We out.
Peace.